back to the What's Happening podcast, but in different settings. Today we've come down to London. We're on Carnaby Street in the Mallet flagship store. We're joined with Tommy Mallet himself. We're here to celebrate Mallet's new collaboration with Transport for London. We're here to find out where the collaboration come from more than anything else.
Is it your first time in London?
It's not. I haven't been to London for a few years. I used to come down to London all the time. I used to do a little bit of acting work back in the day. So
that slowly dropped off.
Yeah.
Slowly.
First time in London?
No, third.
Third, yeah? What about you?
Yeah, no, not my first time.
You?
I've been here twice.
Yeah.
The first time was for Coldplay in August.
What do you think of Buckingham Palace?
That's my gaff. That's my gaff.
Not next time.
That's my gaff, that lad.
Right, listen, before we start,
Go on.
before we get into business,
Okay.
seeing as you're in London, I need to ask you a few questions.
Not think
heavy, you can ask me them back, yeah? But it's all about the lingo round here, yeah?
Alright,
So it's a little test, don't start looking, turn the seat around. It's ain't no GCSEs or nothing, bro.
I didn't pass
Alright,
that.
so I'm gonna test you on a couple words, yeah?
Okay.
So, you ready?
Go on.
Allow it. What does that mean?
Like sound that, like sound.
Like, yeah,
Allow that, lads, all day. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Are we gonna pass that one off as yes?
Come on.
Allow it,
It's all right, a little bit. Alright,
Allow that one.
Yeah, allow it, lads.
allow it, exactly, that's it, never really got it. Bedroom.
Brother, like
brother,
yeah.
Yeah.
Bear.
Like major.
Loads.
Like loads of. I know the lingo down here,
You
lad.
know this one. Clapped.
Ugly. Like that coat there.
I told you not to say that. We won't jar. Alright, Goms.
Clothes.
Man them.
The boys,
Yeah, you think you're doing well now. Yeah. Rare tear.
That's not a word.
Yes.
That's Spanglish, that lad. Spanglish, that.
Listen, that's traditional London language. Rare tear.
Rare to tear. Don't know, is that a song?
Anyone in the crowd? Rare tear.
Okay.
But when you say it, what you gotta do?
You like
Etc.
Red to tear.
I'm not even gonna say this one because you're gonna say me, so I'm gonna leave waste man out of it, yeah?
In with the coat on it.
I told you, leave the crowd alone, man. They're customers or we work with them. Neek.
In with the coat on it.
Just take the coat off, please, mate. We don't need to lose the collaboration because of him. Fucking who let him in?
Who comes out on a Friday with a baby shit brown coat on?
Wait, can someone staff members sort of take the coat off?
I've got a jacket here. It's one of it. It's nice.
Right, Wagwan.
What's
What's
happening?
happening?
No, what's going on? Right, are you ready?
alright.
Bookie.
Wait, no, I've heard this.
You know that.
I've heard this before. Wait,
Slag. No.
Bookie, it's not scary.
Don't know, like.
Like, I've heard it, like, nah, that's Bookie.
Yeah, so what is it?
Dirty
That's shit.
Suspicious.
Nowhere near. Nowhere near.
Right, listen. Gully. Boys, come on, man. You're doing so shitty.
Gully?
No. What, you not watched Top Boy before?
I've watched it.
So wait, you know when they listen to music, and you know when you get in a cab in Spain or something, they listen to Spice Girls, and you ask them a question, they don't understand a fucking word you're saying, but they love the song. That's like you lot, mate. You watch Top Boy, you don't got a clue what they're saying.
The only thing I know from Top Boy is, where's the food farm?
That's next. Right, I'm gonna ask you 3 more, yeah?
Okay.
Otherwise, we're gonna long this off.
Go on.
Peak. Like that can.
Top tier, like that's
Like
peak that.
because no, it's
Isn't
the
it though?
opposite. If something's peak,
How the fuck did you all get a visa to come back?
if something's peak, like the coke there, it's horrible, innit?
Take the coat off, please! It's a contract signed for this collaboration already, because you're going to lose it for
Right,
it.
do you know what? Seeing as we're doing
Are
this,
you from Transport
I'm
for
gonna
London?
get there.
Oh, fuck,
Lads, is it
mate.
as if TFL are letting him on and change the photo, I swear.
No, one more.
He looks like Carl Froch on Botox, doesn't he?
Leave the crowd alone. Alright, last one, otherwise we're going to swerve this because you lot are shit.
Okay.
Go on.
I'm going to give you something easy. Alright, whip.
Car.
Nice car.
Yeah.
Beef.
Drama.
straight now.
Yeah.
Chirps.
Like chatting shit.
No. What's it, tips?
No.
Cheers.
Chirps.
Oh, chirps.
Yeah,
Don't know, why do you know?
like someone's chirping.
My
No?
last one.
It's a bit chirping.
Pattern.
Pattern that, like how short that.
Yeah.
Now let's continue.
Right, go on.
That
then.
was horrendous. I cannot believe how bad that was.
Right, so we've got a few questions for you as well.
Oh, fuck
Obviously,
yeah, here we
about
go.
more so about the collaboration, about the brand and what we're doing.
Because Callum's a Tory and we've been warned.
Yeah.
It's like Callum.
Where is he?
Quiet in the back there. Little Jimmy Neutron in the back there. Look at him. No, sorry lad. So on a serious note then, where did the collab come about? Why did you get involved with Transport for London?
So,
Sorry lad.
basically, in London, because it's a bit of a mad city, no one really has cars, yeah?
Where the roads are fucking busy then?
The road, you're not allowed to drive cars in London, basically, yeah? So growing up, buses, taxis, trains, da-da-da-da-da. So when we built the brand, it was all about going back to our roots and how we, like, going back to our childhood to, like, develop the brand going forward. So all of the stories and things like that of us being buses, trains, da-da, we just put into one thing, got into TFL and basically put it into a shoe.
Is that why they got the little tube maps on the shoe?
Yeah, and the bottom.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Sharp as you like.
Is that a genuine map though? If someone's lost, can they just look at the webs? Is that a genuine map?
Well, listen, yeah? It ain't to scale, right? Everything on there is bang on. So, like, say, for example, some of the sayings and things like that is like sayings that TFL has said. It's quite hard to change them and then let us do it. Like, instead of mind the gap, mind the mallets. Like here from Mallet London.
Nice,
All we tried to do at the minute is like, instead of going out there and do like collaborations with things in America, we're going to try and box off the UK as much as we can.
Makes sense.
Do you know what I mean?
Look after your own, innit?
Try and do as much as we can, do you know? So it's like a limited thing for us.
Nice.
And yeah, it's just, it's London in a shoe,
Something
innit?
that's close to home. Nice.
Yeah, well, listen, am I allowed to say this? Am I getting in trouble? Where's TFL? We used to bunk the trains. I'm joking! I have got no outstanding fines. I promise you that. I'm all up to date. I promise you.
He's just never been caught. That's the only thing.
It's an honour, thank you, yeah? I appreciate it.
Round of applause for TFL as well. Good way.
Right, raise your hands if you're from TFL. Go on, raise your hands.
Okay, quite a few of yous.
Are you going to refund my congestion charge today?
You've had to pay your 70 quid.
I've had to get a crisis loan to come down here today. I swear. My kids are starving.
You need to get an electric car, mate.
I'm telling you.
With the run out of battery on the motorway.
Yeah, but so Tommy, what's it like collabing with Transport for London? How have you found it?
Do you know, I'm at the stage now in my career, yeah, where everything is like, it's just so fast. Everything's just happening so fast.
Not having the time to think about it or
You know when you
take
start
things in
having
and
a
that?
mad night out and I woke up the next day and I'm like, how did I get here?
We've all been there, like
When you tell people about what you're doing, it's like every time you tell someone something new, it's a big shock.
Yeah.
So like obviously, the size of the brand is massive. There's no one that don't know where it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, it's a big achievement. Like I'd
big
take
honour,
everything as a big achievement. I appreciate everything, but this is a major thing for
Yeah,
us. But listen, we're just a little brand from London.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So.
Not anymore though.
Well, a little
not
bit,
anymore.
getting
Not
there,
anymore,
but
yeah.
it's just, I'm humbled by it. It's massive, and for the know that I can throw these sort of events and have turnouts and people come and things like that. Got my little scouse firm down.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Look, do you know what?
Pleasure.
Do you know when you first started then?
Yeah.
Did you ever think it was going to hit this level?
Do you know what? When I started, I was a complete different person to what I am now. Yeah. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember a year ago. I'm going to be honest, y'all, because I found out I had bad ADHD. Yeah, as you know. So like.
I mean, we couldn't tell.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen, see the leg movie and I've booked your test already. Your test all booked already. I've got a little...
Like the Duracell bunny in each store.
Mate, this is calm, mate. You've seen no medication. No, for me, it's like... I've not really looked back enough to think how far it's come, and it scares me sometimes because I've got so much more to give, and it's been 7 years now, and we've done things undreamable, especially for someone like where I come from. It don't happen to people like me, where it does now. Do you know what I mean? We show people that, but you know, I wake up every day and I'm thankful, and I feel like I'm just getting more and more ambitious as the days go on. But I've gone the other way. I've gone from wanting to be around big people and do big things to now wanting to bring other people through.
Yeah.
That's my new thing. That's what I get the pleasure
That's where the
out
joy
of.
comes out of it, yeah.
That's where it
100%.
comes from now. So like my hobby now is finding up and coming talent and bringing people through and giving people the opportunity. Not you, you're bigger than me. Before that starts.
Not yet, lad, not yet.
That's my thing now. So yeah, it's a mad journey, and I'm like, I'm embracing it, and I love it more than anything.
Good shit, lad.
Well, you're a family man.
Yeah.
How'd you balance it? How'd you manage spinning that many plates?
I'll let you know when I do it, mate.
A few plates have dropped, I think. So.
I've got none left, mate. One of the plastic cupboards.
The little barbecue plates are coming out soon.
Do you know what? I'm lucky. Obviously, my missus is supportive for like. This is everything to me. I'm building something which I'm obsessed about, but I'm also obsessed with my family. So when you're out there and you're travelling and you're trying to make things happen, you always got that guilt that you're missing things at home.
Yeah.
And then when you spend time at Christmas at home and then the baby starts learning new words because you're there, I need to then leave and go Paris and start causing mayhem. Anyway, anyone was there? No, you were laughing,
It's all for business, though.
No, it's tough, but listen, it's all for the long goal. Like, I can't remember really seeing my dad when I was a kid. He was always at work.
Yeah.
Dad, where are ya? And whatever else. But,
He's got off.
No, I don't think he's here now.
that bastard slipped, he just got out there. No, it's one of them ones. Listen, I'm like working on a job, I'm learning what I'm doing it, so...
I think that's where a lot of success comes from as well. I feel like if you go into it with too much of a rigid plan, it's too easy for things to go wrong. But I think if you're constantly learning and constantly willing to adapt, you're more likely to be successful than anything, to be fair.
You know when I knew it was going to do well, yeah? When I started doing my first like successful bits and pieces, I was never ever woke up the next day and thought, wow, I've just done that.
Yeah.
It was
You're always second guessing
always,
yourself.
what's next?
Yeah.
Well, it was all the time, it was, I've just blagged my way, which I have completely.
Yeah.
But
Tell me about it.
someone's you know when you wake up and you think, mate, if I didn't have sort new, man. But I think that's where it comes from. I don't really have that complacent part of my life.
Yeah.
I just want to crack on and keep going.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it.
Fake
It's
it
just
till
how
you make it, innit?
Fake it until you make it, and then all of a sudden you make it, and you ain't faking no more, but you still think you are faking it. It's gonna come on top one day, which it definitely is. I ain't got no there. Just get this done quickly.
So listen, February 1st, obviously that's when the collection drops. I know the cameras won't be able to see it, but everyone else will be able to see everything on the side. But for people behind the camera, what can they expect?
From this collaboration?
Yeah.
I think this is one of the most limited collaborations we've ever done.
Yeah.
And it's pinpointed in the art of London, so I'd probably think it would probably be our last one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of this size anyway, because we're moving in different places now.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a big statement piece, and every single part of the shoe has got something that means something to me. So in the next few years, when I start telling other stories, you'll be able to unfold them and there'll be messages in there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What's the marketing strategy with it? So are you looking to sell it to people from London who are local or tourists who want a piece of London?
I don't have a target customer in what I do. I just want anyone to wear my stuff. That's why I started it. It started because I was in situations where I had friends who had money and I never.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be able to look like them and do what they was doing. But obviously I didn't have the money to do so. So when I started doing all right, I was doing shit, but I looked like I was doing all right. I wanted to make something that was accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
I wanted the builder to be able to wear it, everyone to be able to wear it. So that's how it started. So it doesn't matter who's wearing them. I'm happy for whatever.
And do you feel like it's got to that level then? Because obviously when I'm walking around, especially Liverpool, a lot of people wear it. Builders, businessmen, all sorts of different people. Do you feel like you've hit that point down?
Do you know what? Liverpool was the biggest part of my journey,
Really,
because I always got told when I was younger, if you can smash Liverpool, that's it.
Yeah.
Because everyone will just, for example, look at the on-trainers now.
they've gone.
Every scout.
Because they're all fucking sheep, that's why lads follow everyone. They've all got cat wigs like him.
Them and 95. So when we cracked Liverpool and started having it off there, that's when I think it happened for me. And then it gets to the point where you start walking past people in the street and you start seeing them, and it starts off, you get a little bit awkward because you don't want them to look at you like that. And then after, you start going up to people in the street and you go, fucking hell, nice trainers. Like, who are you, mate? You're talking about, especially in London as well. It's like pouring things out of you.
Okay, so have you always wanted to start your own business from young, or has this come about a bit later on in life, after the show and stuff, or?
You know what? When I was younger, I didn't know. I thought I was dyslexic, So I always knew that I was going to struggle with whatever I'd done because I couldn't read and write.
Yeah.
I can now, a little bit. But when I left school and failed everything, my old man said to me that you ain't gonna do fuck all yourself because you didn't get your grades, yeah? And when you get to know me, you understand that's one thing you don't do. Because someone tells me I can't do something, I'm getting it.
You've got to be stubborn.
I'm getting it. So I told my old man in McDonald's car park in East London.
Where all great business deals happen.
Yeah, in McDonald's car park, I'll be a millionaire by the time I'm 30. And where is he? Dad, are you here?
Do you even pay for your mortgage anymore, Dad?
Dad, where are you? He's gone. Yeah, he knows something. He knows he's going. Yeah, so after that time there, everything was like, I was just cracking on and I was failing at everything I'd done. But what I realised was, as much as I was failing at everything I'd done, I had that thing in me, it wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
So I was like, 1 minute I was a builder, then I was trying to do this, then I was trying to do that. And then when I got my teeth into something, I actually realised, you know what, I might be able to be alright at this.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until a few years ago, like I actually sat down and said, you know what, I'm alright, I'm good.
Yeah.
I think I can actually build this and go
But,
bigger.
but that's not failing, that's learning. All of them
Learning,
times you know,
That's
you
it,
think you failed, it's the first chance to learn and the first opportunity, so that's part of your repertoire.
And I live for the failure, man, like, because that's where I learn. The majority of everything I've got now has been through failing and carrying on. Yeah. So every yes that I've ever had, I've had to climb on hundreds and hundreds of no to get there.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, but one thing I wanted to know as well is like, where did, like, obviously when you first started the brand Mallet, and that, where did the idea for that come from? Because obviously you said you bounced around and tried a few different things. When was it that you decided, like, I'm gonna try and go into more of like the fashion industry side of it? And what was the thing that spurred you into doing that as opposed to what you were doing then?
You know what I've done? I've done a photo shoot, yeah, and I was wearing some shoes, and obviously I never had the money to buy them. They was like some 700 quid YSLs. So I'd met someone a few months before. He was doing manufacturing. I was like, mate, can you just not make me a pair of them? So I'd done this booky little drawing with a pencil. I think I was in the car, it was like that. Fred, you remember the first drawings? It was all like that. Yours were a little bit better.
Banged off in his palm over here.
The worst thing ever. And when I got them in my hand, I was like, do you know what? This is bang on. So what I'd done was, I started going back to like my childhood and looking at like street names like and places I'd walked through and what I was wearing at the time, yeah? So if it was a high top, I'd name it a Southgate because I used to walk down Southgate Road to get to boxing. And if it was like something comfortable, I'd call it the Holloway because I used to walk down Holloway Road to get to school. So I started mixing all my childhood up and then putting it into shoes.
Yeah.
Like,
So it meant something.
That TFL is called the Popham, yeah? That's the Knox actually, that, innit? There's a story behind that. I can't actually say that on camera, but the story behind that's one of the deepest stories I've ever done. And that's why I use it for this shoe.
Right, okay.
But all of it is like, when you get cracking with something, yeah? You get like this mad emotion for it.
Yeah.
And you don't know where it comes from. But it just starts happening.
Yeah.
And then things just keep happening. The more you don't stop, that's it.
100%, yeah.
So was that the starting point, shoes? And then you went into everything else?
Yeah, there were shoe boxes at the start actually. I wanted to make like these glass shoe boxes.
Oh yeah?
I realised that's a fucking worst idea ever. Imagine one falls and the rest
Shoes come with shoe boxes, you know, Tommy.
But
You already come with shoe boxes, you know, Tommy.
Any pair of shoes you'll ever buy, actually.
and then they come with one in it. So I thought, swerve that and put a pair of shoes there. Yes, Five, what's happening, brother? You good, yeah? So yeah.
So going forward as well, obviously you're doing a collaboration with TFL, and that's the next big thing for the brand, which is releasing that people can get their hands on. Is there any, even not on that set in stone, but have you got any ideas, any goals that you think like maybe in a couple of years that's something you want to do or you want to move into that? Like, is there anything that gets that fire still going at the minute for you?
Yeah, everything. It's
Never stops.
completely.
Never
So
stops.
I used to do 5-year plans, yeah?
Yeah.
When I first started out, but I'd smash the 5-year plan in like 2 months. So towards the end, I started working out. I'd do a 5-year plan, smash it in a month, 2 months, and then get mad depressed that I'd done all my achievements and I had nothing left to do.
Yeah.
So I sort of started calming that down and just thinking, all right, what can I do and how can I get it? So I'd go for things that I thought weren't possible, yeah? Towards the end, I was like, oh, shit, every single thing I've gone out to get, I've got. So as much as I ain't got a lot of things signed off, I can guarantee ya, every single thing that I go out to get, I'll get. There's not one thing. There won't be nothing left on the table for.
That's a boss mindset.
Yeah, there can't be. I can't. I've told myself too many times that this is my time to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
No one will get in the way of it, and I'll take whatever I want. So that's the mindset now. Whatever I want to go out and get, I'm going to make it happen. So like we're in America now, and America's started absolutely flying for us. We've got America, Australia, Canada, Netherlands, South Africa, UAE. I can go on for days, but all of them things.
That's it, innit?
Bro, I didn't do geography. I forgot what they were. I'm a bit shook in case you ask me whereabouts now. But yeah, no, that's it.
With the brand growing so fast now, like it's something you've worked on and built from the start and the ground up, Have you got to start like releasing some of the control and trust other people because it's getting that big, or can't you do that?
I'll never do that.
No.
I built a team of people at the time I feel like either needed me or come around at the right time, yeah? And when I was like recruiting my staff, they had to be in the same mindset I was. A lot of them are from where I'm from, they've got the same stories as me. So if you go and make something like a big massive firm, you lose that.
Yeah.
Like, I can go into my offices and I see someone in the morning and I'll look at them and I go, something wrong with you, let's go outside, I want to talk to you about it, yeah? And for me, it's not about the money no more, because I've had the money. I ain't bothered about the money.
Yeah.
It's about building something where people's kids are going to work for the
Legacy,
company
innit?
one day.
Yeah,
it's all about that now. It don't mean nothing to me, any of that. So it's about getting more control back, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have you got your team in here now?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Point them out, what did you do?
Oh, it's quite a lot of them, I ain't going to lie, Charles.
And you can't pick any favourites as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, who's your favourite?
Who is your favourite though, like, if you had to pick one? Like, let's say they were all hanging off a cliff and you were only going to save one.
Like,
Look at them all.
Look at them all like
This
Tommy, to put it into perspective, right, I've got 4 children and I've got a favourite child. I'd let 3 of them drop, I would. I'd save one, let the 3 drop, so you can pick a staff member, come on.
How old are you?
31. I know, yeah.
Swimmers, you know.
4 kids and 31, he's putting some weight in, you know.
It's heavy, innit?
Heavy.
Just a child benefit, that's all it is.
How's that looking nowadays? You get a few quid from it?
It's only 260 quid a month, innit?
Doesn't even cover
No,
the
260 quid for fucking 4 kids.
Per kid?
No.
Doesn't even cover the congestion charge.
Do you
reckon I'll get a bit of that or what?
What?
Do you reckon I'll get that?
Yeah, of course, everyone gets it. No matter how much till you're in, you get it.
No, mate. Who would I save?
Oh, it's a deep question.
Hey,
He's doing
he's doing it as well.
Hey, there's twitchy bumholes out there.
I've got to do it now.
You've got to do it.
Oh, there's cameras.
Will I? No.
We're going to cause a ruckus in here.
Where's my old man?
Say the old man.
yeah.
Say the old man. Come
The
on.
one who's not even in the room.
He fuck off and left me with 4 scouts. He wasn't bothered about me, was he?
Right, all right, let's go back to Mallet then,
So
right?
it's talking about leaving you with scousers, though your staff trusted me downstairs before on my own.
Don't worry, it's built up down there. Don't worry about it.
So you've had this store, what, for 7 years?
No, this store's September 2021.
Oh, I thought you said before 7 years.
The brand's been
The
about
brand.
7 years.
Oh, the brand. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
not the
So,
store.
what have you got any more stores opening?
Yeah,
Or can
Liverpool.
have you got Liverpool opening?
yeah,
Whereabouts that? Do you know
Liverpool.
whereabouts?
No, I can't announce yet because
Yeah.
I'm looking at a few places.
But you know, you can tell us.
Have you got a time
Oh,
scale?
you're
A
opening
rough
it
time
to me.
scale.
We open on the store this night,
Mate, you know what? I can't even give out timescales. If I do, I will drive people nuts to get it done. Like, I'll literally drive my team insane until it's done, driving them mad 4 in the morning. I'm going to do Liverpool, Dublin, because my family from Dublin.
yeah.
So that's the big one for me.
Yeah.
Ireland. And then just everywhere around the country.
Yeah.
But just in the top cities.
Yeah.
So what's the end goal with Mallets then? What is the end goal that you want?
Be happy.
Be happy.
Yes.
That's
Good.
that's
That's good,
good,
lads.
lads.
I've had it all. I've had
stuff.
everything, mate. I've been through, every emotion you could think of. Like, I've been skint. I've been extra skint actually.
Yeah, man, like
I've been,
Reusing
I've
tea
been-
bags and all that.
Wait, no, I'll still do that now. Crisis. I've been rich, like to a point of, for my age, very rich.
Yeah.
I weren't happy. I've been with my missus years. I've been engaged. I've had a kid. I've built houses. I've done everything, yeah. And what I realised at the end of all of it, I still was chasing more stuff, right?
Yeah.
So when I actually sat down and I sorted my head out and found out that I had this mad ADHD, and I actually started appreciating what I got around me, that's when it starts for you. That's what proper wealth is.
Yeah.
Wealth ain't like where I take the brand. As long as the brand survives, and I can pay my staff, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
There's no other thing about it.
Wealth
Where
is the
I'm-
people that you've got round you.
Of course
If
it
you've
is,
got
mate.
good people, you can be as rich as you can ever,
Listen, if
ever
you
want.
can go to work in the morning and be excited to go to work
Yeah.
and see your people, then you're winning.
Yeah,
So you
definitely.
want to go there and have to be like a big CEO, has to start laying off thousands of people and things like that. I ain't got that in me, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I realised that. I always thought I was going to be like a billionaire,
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. I've got too much art. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I just want everyone to be happy. So that's my goals. And
That's a good
the
answer,
dream
I
for it.
reckon, don't you?
No, it is that. I'm being serious. That is.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We'll see what happens after this price, how much it costs me. I might change my mind in the morning, do you know what I mean?
So outside of the brand as well, then, like obviously, like at the minute, I'd imagine the brand's your main focus at the minute. Is there anything else outside of the brand that that you are working on, which you think's got the potential to not necessarily reach the level of what the brand's at, but stuff that's more like a less of a business and more of like a passion project? Is there anything else that you've got going on?
In terms of business, yeah, I don't think in the next 10 years there will ever be a brand, especially out of England, to do what we've done.
Yeah.
The timing and just everything about it was mental. The heights that we've got to with it is crazy. But obviously with the news of the ADHD and things like that, and like me obviously talking about on the show, I've seen a big gap in England about helping people.
Yeah.
So I can't dedicate all my time for too much stuff.
Yeah.
But starting a charity to make sure that there's kids and things like that can be looked after, who's obviously got what I've got. Because I look at it this way, yeah, it's hereditary. So if my son ends up getting it and I'm not his, there's something to help him to make sure. Yeah. And in a minute there's not. So that's one of my goals in a minute, to make sure I can give back as much as I've taken and make sure I can look after some people. But apart from that, I'll probably buy a bit of land, build a few fucking blocks of flats or something.
Bury a couple of bodies and all
apart
that.
from that, move my old man in, get him a gaff, like fucking stop driving me mad. That's about it.
Is he back in here yet?
No, mate, he knows not
Is
to
he gone?
come in here.
I just want to see what he looks like though.
No, you don't. Right, do you know,
Is someone going to get him?
you know Ray Winston?
Yeah.
Ray Winston-esque, one of them.
Like him and Alfie Moon from EastEnders. like a hybrid version.
The one with cats. The one with
A little
cats.
bit of them too. He looks a little bit like that. He'll be
Just in
minute,
flat with his
he'll be
shirt all the
he'll
time and
come
that.
in, yeah, he'll be like, "Right, mate, what's happening? How are ya?"
He looks like Ray Winston on speed, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does actually as well. Mate. He will be when he comes back in.
So, you know, when you were talking about this drive that you've got about you, that it can't, like, doesn't stop. Do you think that's partly down to the ADHD that you've got?
Yeah.
Do you reckon it was shocking hearing that? Not hearing it more so, but like...
Would you reckon it was sort of relief? Do you know what I mean? Understand, right? Like that's why I've been like that, or that's why I've been behaving like that, is because of that. Do you know what I mean? Or do you think it was a bit of...
I woke up one day,
Bit both.
I bought a house in Spain, just out of nowhere. I woke up one day, I was like, fuck this. I'm moving the baby to Spain.
Yeah.
My missus is like, you ain't going nowhere, you ain't gonna do it. Anyway, I flew to Spain and I bought a villa. She didn't see the villa.
As you do. You know what I mean?
She didn't see the villa. I'm FaceTiming, the phone's cut out. Anyway, I've signed and bought this villa. I went out there to show her it. I didn't even make it to the door to show her this thing, right? Because I was so obsessed. I was thinking, I was looking at other villas before she had seen it. Like that, and then I realised, you know what, this ain't normal. Because I can't enjoy my life. Yeah. So she left and I was in this villa by myself. And when I was lying in this villa, I'm sitting on my phone and I'm like, right, what car, I'm selling this, I'm doing that. And I sat there and I thought, fuck's sake, when will this end for you? I've got no one around me, I ain't got my family around me, because I'm driving him nuts, because I'm trying to just do too much. So when I got diagnosed, when I was sitting there, all I wanted is him to say I had it. That's all I was thinking, because I was about to lose everything at that point. So when he said it to me, it was like a big thing off my shoulders. He explained how I was.
Everything made sense a little
Everything
bit.
made sense, mate. All the stuff about me not being able to read and write. And like, if I read one of my school reports, I can read and write now because I just needed the right help. So, yeah, I have learnt from it, and finding out that I had it was a godsend, man, because now I can raise my kid properly. I can. He ain't gonna be a little lunatic like me.
I think that you'll be a big inspiration for anyone who's got ADHD to think, do you know what? No matter the condition I've got, I can do what I want.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Definitely.
Years
So,
as well, especially in schools, like in the early 2000s and that, there was kids who were just written off as little knobheads for years.
Yeah, me.
Kids who were just written off as little knobheads. People didn't understand that, like, even though like the way they were probably was a nightmare to deal with, there was at least
a reason.
There was the reason, and because people didn't know for years, and I think there was obviously a lot of ignorance towards it as well. But now there's a lot better of an understanding. I think, especially in schools, and for kids who are growing up with that, there's going to be a lot more support there for them, and like the right type of support as well.
Yeah, so that's what I'm working on now. I'm trying to get it so like every teacher in school understands the symptoms of it. Because it ain't just about running around like a lunatic. It's about like never being satisfied. Things like
that's
that.
a big thing.
So as you can see, I move my legs constantly. Mate, how did my teacher not see me in school? Like eating the rubber on my pen, and writing on that, starting on him, getting thrown out, selling cookies, doing whatever, flipping the money up. So it's just mad. So yeah, it is. I feel like that's one of my proudest achievements, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Coming out and talking about it, because see people are doing what I'm doing. Obviously, I'm in the limelight and I'm open for people to just ruin me. I'll give it back. Don't worry about it.
we'll see after.
But I put myself out there for a reason. It was to just make sure people that can understand what it's all about. So no,
Good stuff.
that's one of our biggest achievements, man. It's
good shit.
Good stuff.
Good shit. I think as well going into stuff like that, because as you said, you've done everything else. You've had the money, you've had the success, you've had it obviously when you were a lot younger and you were on television and you've had the sort of fame everyone's eyes on you. But I think a lot of people, when they've had all that and they've still got it, they just run with that. A lot of people don't sort of turn and they take a step back and look to other people to see where they can influence.
They get like tunnel vision.
And the fact that you are able to take a step back and look at that and try and put your energy into helping other people. I think it's not only going to help other people, but it's going to make other people want to reach out and help other people.
But the thing is about where that helps is you're so relatable. Everyone can look at you and go, fucking hell, he's just one of the lads.
You know what?
So where are you speaking like
I'll
that?
go to, like, say for example, I'll go in Liverpool, yeah? I'll go in them clubs in Liverpool, but I'll go in with a few boys and I'll just end up out with everyone. Like, it's mad. And like sometimes, I've got to watch the way I say it, I forget what I do for a living and I start doing all kinds of mayhem, and it's like, the next day I'm like, fuck, what did I do last night? People got their phones out and all that, I forget about it. That's the negative to society these days, isn't it? Like, one mistake can just end everything. You know what, I'm going to be honest, it will come one day, innit? Because I ain't going to be perfect forever, but I couldn't give a fuck. I actually couldn't give a fuck.
Oh, where he is, Ray Winston.
There he is, Dad! What do you reckon?
Hey, you got the same teeth.
No, wait, they cost us a fortune as well.
Turkey job, that, lads. It's a turkey job.
I'll give you that.
What was it like dealing with him when he was a kid then? How was that? What was it like dealing with him when he was a kid?
Managing him as a kid.
What was it like dealing... Sorry, he ain't never left London, he can't understand ya. What was it
like dealing with him as a kid?
He works for me, innit? He's shook to say
He was a good kid, bit hard work. There's always something different about him.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, nice one.
We know where we are.
Oh, by the way, he went and got tested. He's got it as well.
He had it first.
I'm Mark and I have ADHD. So.
Listen, it was hard work, but he was a good kid.
Yeah.
Good.
Good heart and that.
What the fuck happened?
He always had something about him. He always knew his something.
Yeah.
You've been down the pub, ain't ya? You've been down the pub, ain't ya?
There's a free bar there.
Yeah, mate.
Free bar.
Nah, jokes aside.
Go on. Wait, Dad, listen, I'm just going to warn you now, get a drink, be careful, because this is what they do, they're going to rip you in about 20 seconds. Wait, stand in front of him now.
So, listen, you've just got back from Paris. Tell us about it.
How was it?
Oh, fucking hell.
Not the partying.
Oh,
Everything else.
Why is it one there?
First question.
Yeah, all my team again, all my team again.
No sweat. No, I want to know about the fashion week.
How the fuck do you deal with the French?
Yeah.
Wait, you know what, yeah? Who's laughing like that in the background?
When did you think, do you know what, like, that's something I always wondered as well, because like, obviously you said you started off as a small brand in London, you just started it because it was something you wanted to do. What was it like the first time you just got invited to like out to like a fashion week? Because that must have been a fucking big deal.
No, we put our own parties on there.
Oh, she just took over.
She didn't get invited, just went, listen, I'm coming out.
We got against the grain, man. We're not a fashion brand. We're not like that. That's not how we roll. We were like...
Got a culture.
We look at it different. Like, we don't fit in with all the catwalks and that sort of stuff. So, like, well... Fuck knows, I can't be bothered anyway.
Imagine Tommy walking down the catwalk in a pair of mallets.
And a fucking piece in his cack like that.
Start going the wrong way. No, you know what it is? As much as this is a big thing what we've achieved here, yeah, I've still got that thing in my head which gives you a bit of doubt, yeah?
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like we really fit in. So when it comes to things like Paris, where you're going against some of the biggest brands in the world, we done a party last Friday, yeah? And we had the biggest stores in the world in our party. There was every party you could go to going on, and we had our party. So that, for me, to go there and do that was one of my biggest achievements. Well done, Cal, for that. Smashed it.
Yes, Cal.
Smashed it.
There you go, Cal. There you go, Cal.
Smashed it. But yeah, to do that, that's mad. So like, that's giving me a bit of fire in my belly now, because as I said, as much as you can be a success, you still have a little bit of self-doubt, yeah? And that does fuel you a little bit.
I was going to say, I think having a bit of doubt's important.
You have to.
You can never get comfortable.
Because otherwise you sit there and think, do you know why they say, yeah? And one guy that I've ever actually listened to a bit of advice, yeah? He said, success breeds complacency and complacency breeds failure, yeah? So even if I did have a good achievement, I'd never ever patted myself on the back for it. I'd always go, it was all right, but what do we do next? But when I was out there, I thought, do you know what? I patted myself on the back for the first time.
Yeah, that's because you deserve it, though. You deserve it.
Yeah, but I've got to be careful because I can't have a celebration every week because every time I do something, I end up single. But no, that was a big one, and for me, that's really given me the fire in my belly to go and do bigger. Like even things like this, man. Like ain't every day you can sit here with you lot because you know I'm a fan.
Scousers.
You know I've been a fan from early. Sit here with the confidence to have a conversation about your life with everyone watching it. So it's mad. It's been a whirlwind few months, but this year's going to be a bit mad.
As if we weren't getting a round of applause.
Come on.
Bit of interaction.
There we go.
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Do you know what I want to do? Sorry if you don't mind, Tommy. We've just been told we've got 5 minutes before we wrap up. I want to know, is anyone...
This is my shop. We fucking do it wrong. Did he tell you? Yeah, no, we're stopping in 5 minutes.
Has anyone who's here got any questions for Tommy in particular? Because we've got 5 minutes. All we've done is take the piss out of you.
Say something. Go on, fucking say
something. Don't leave silence.
Listen, so that's my best mate there,
Okay.
yeah? What about? Fuck off, mate. Hey. At the moment, I'll be asking no questions.
No comments. Me no English.
No comment, bro. I'm waiting for my brief to turn up. Until he turns up, I ain't answering nothing. Yeah?
Right. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
If no one's answering questions, let's flip the tables, right? So you've asked us about slang.
Let's go.
Right. Okay.
Let's go.
So, Bifter.
Zoot, bruv.
Okay. All right. Webs.
Trainers.
Okay.
Trabs.
Shoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. The Aussie.
The Aussie. It's one of them ones where I can't answer it because it's TFL here as well, isn't it?
No. Clean. What we doing?
Everyone wants to know what he's thinking. Everyone wants to know what he's thinking.
I don't know. Who's the Aussie?
The hospital.
The hospital.
The Aussie.
Yeah. Here's one. Onion bag.
Bag.
Testicles.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Fucking hell, that makes a bit of sense. The London slang's mad, isn't it? It don't make no fucking sense at all. It don't rhyme with nothing.
Like, I don't get how peak can mean shit. That doesn't make sense.
Rare tear 10, oh, you don't know what
Still don't know what it means.
Still doesn't make sense.
Next one.
Right.
Okay.
Keks.
Keks are trousers, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. A blade.
A blur.
Yeah.
The kid in the brown coat.
Not a blade. It's like if someone's just being a little knee. He's a blade.
Yeah, he's a cockney now.
Hello, yeah.
Who are you? I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh, Nathan.
Make sure this kid gets a pair of trainers from me, yeah? Because this is what I'm
I
going to get you a pair of trainers. I'm going to get you a pair of trainers. Any shoe you want, I'm going to give you.
He said whoever you take the piss out of the most gets free shoes. So that's good. You look like a good guy. Right. Yeah, we'll do a few more. Then we'll call it a name. We'll call it a day. Right. No, you probably know that one.
Go on. What is it?
It was Baltic.
Baltic, cold, innit?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shit one. Oh, you had a wool?
Wool.
Yeah.
Someone's a wool. What does that mean?
Working it.
Yeah!
So running Joe in there, That's a bit of wing lingo, that is, isn't it? Yeah, he knows it, look.
Right. There's not really many on here. No,
Do one more before we wrap it up.
Yeah.
One more. Pressure's on now.
Yeah, it's a pressure's on. Sagging.
Sagging, you just ain't it like someone's just fucking...
You probably done it in school.
Yeah. Done it on the TFL trains.
Never went.
Graffiti?
No, it's just like...
Not going.
Yeah. Sagging off.
Yeah, actually one more jibbed.
Jibbed, oh yeah, we use that as well, jumping over the barriers.
No.
Don't use that. We use that as thingy, don't do.
The confidence in that answer.
When you jib something, do you know what I mean? When you jib in somewhere, you get the part of that ticket.
Yeah, if you go to another party for a week, bender.
Bender, yeah.
Jibbed.
Oh, is that what that is, yeah?
No. I mean, if you went to a party for another week, you'd get jibbed.
Like, 100%, yeah, swerved.
Yeah,
long,
Exactly
deaded.
right. We're going to call that a podcast. We're going to wrap it up, Tommy. Thank you for having us here.
Thank you very much.
See you in the next one. Peace out.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
That was the most PG.
Right now, everyone get a drink. Come on.